John is making me a knife holder for all of my swords and knives and daggers. And we're going to stain it up and stuff. But he did a really freaking good job so far. Made me a little side pocket over here. This one needs to be a little deeper for this blade. And I might get him to make me another little pocket over there on that side. But I like it. It looks good. I didn't spend very much on this. But when I saw it, I said, man, when John and I fix that up, it'll be beautiful. And you see how rusty it is. It is stainless steel, but it is rusty. So, I'm going to try some of this stuff that John has. What is it called? And we already started without it. And it shined it up. You can see where it shined up real nice compared to the rest of it without it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what it will do once we start using it. So I just got as much rust off of it as I could on one side with that. Turn that around again because I can't remember what it's called. The can.
PB Blaster.
PB Blaster. Okay. So, and it shined up pretty nice compared to the other side, which I still got to do, as you can tell. So, then we'll sharpen it when I'm done getting the rust off. There we go. Turn it around for me so I can get a...
You're going to have to go around it.
I don't know if I'm getting... So one of my favorite things about this table that John made was... This one came with a perfect crack in it already. Which works great for this knife because I can set it down in there like that. And it doesn't get knocked out. And Corbin likes to jump up on the tables and the chairs, so I don't have to worry about him getting cut. I'm a little OCD about knives being laid out. I like them to have cases or to be secure. And little cracks in wood like that are perfect for keeping a knife. I don't like it. John likes to stick knives like this into the side of wood and stuff, but I'm afraid Corbin will get zooming around, and I'm afraid he's going to run into it and get cut, or I'll hit my leg. I don't like that. But this is nice and safe and secure. So there were these storms the other day that knocked down a bunch of trees. As you can see, and they had to be cut out of the road. So, John and I made this one. And I'm going to take a drill and shape it up better. But we're making seats to go around the campfire pit. So we made these seats. I made that one. We're going to turn that one into another one. We're going to get that other piece up there and roll it down through here like we did this one. And we're going to turn that into a table and another chair and put them around this campfire here. And I'm going to put hearts and designs and stuff on it so it'll be cute. But we cut got it at an angle, so you got a way to recline. And it's nice and strong and thick and sturdy. And it gives us something to do. He's turning this one into a bar stool. But that one's going to be a chair like that one. I did that one, but he's going to do the rest. I did the prototype. Okay. All right, now switch seats. Put the table in front of you. Be a bar stool or a table. Or a footrest. So we've been using those trees that have fallen in the last storm, as you know, to make things for our camp. So John made that table and chair. I already did a video of that. So he's making food and water dishes for Corby. And the chair over there, we're going to do another chair and a table. Again, out of that piece of wood over there. And then he's going to make me some shelves for inside the RV. Out of the rest of that tree that fell right there. But he's going to make me a table out of that. And we set up this tarp so we have some shelter. Nice rustic chair. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a nice rustic chair. Got plenty of wood. You just stay. You're being a good boy. This is the other bowl he's working on. We're going to put scraps in it for Corby. He's got his dog food bowl in the house, but I don't want to waste dog food out here. So we just throw him some scraps in that. And we've got another chair and another table to make out of that block of wood up there. And then this is pretty much the setup of our camp. I'm going to put a tent up right there and a tent up over there. So it's nice and busy so we can leave and go places when we need to and not have to worry about somebody thinking the camp's been abandoned or anything. So I decided not to carve that chair anymore because the wood that I used to make the prototype was rotting. The whole back is rotten and filled with bugs. And you can see where the back of it is broke off. That was all ate up too. It was a rotten piece of wood that I turned into a chair for a prototype. So I'm not going to do anything with that after all. And we still got to cut out this more, level the seat more. We may take more off the back because it's really super heavy right now. We were just going to leave it at the camp so that anybody could use it, but more than likely somebody would just take it anyways. That's usually what happens, or idiots come along and throw things like that into the fire. So we're going to cut the legs out of it, take more wood out of it, and turn it into an actual chair. You know, solid piece, one solid piece of wood, but turn it into an actual chair. John wanted me to make it clear that what he's working with, like I made that chair right there, and it's all ate up. It probably looked terrible in the video, but you should see the backside. It looks even worse. It's just rotten and filled with bugs. But that was just a prototype of a stump that was like about 4 feet tall that nobody could do anything with. So I was like, well, let's turn it into a seat because it's nice and heavy and it won't flip over. And you know, we can make it comfortable for the fire pit. So we will be leaving that one because it's, like I said, it's ate up with bugs. But, one of the things he wanted me to let y'all know, because, you know, it doesn't look like masterpieces out here. It's unlevel, it's uneven, you know, is that he's working with a chainsaw and a rusty chisel, and that's pretty much the only tools he has to work with. He doesn't have anything to, you know, cut angles or shapes or anything. So, he's doing it very bare basic. We want it very rustic. I personally love the bark on it. So I want the bark to stay on it. But that was something he wanted me to let y'all know. It's not like he's got, you know, screws and he's got a hammer, but he's not using any of that. It's all just going to be one solid block of wood, so it's nice and sturdy. And, he's using a chainsaw so that, you know, make corners and curves and neat designs and, you know, shapes and stuff. So, very basic. Very, very easy stuff. Speaking of idiots, at the last campsite we were at, somebody left about $100 worth of split cherry wood. John and I used to sell wood down in the city, and the pile that was there when we arrived was about $100 worth of cherry wood. Beautiful wood, really nice split firewood. And we left for the day. We took everything with us. We didn't, you know, make it obvious we were coming back or anything, but and it wasn't our wood. It was there when we arrived, but still. While we were gone, some idiot came and they uprooted the campfire, which we'd gone to that same camp about 5 years in a row, and the fireplace was always in the same spot. But they uprooted that, and they moved that, and they moved, there was a smaller little fire pit next to it where you can, you know, move hot coals from the big one to the little one to cook. And they took that away completely. And they threw all of the firewood, that $100 worth of wood that somebody would not have had to go and get, an older person, an elderly person, a disabled person, and they threw all that firewood into the river. And that's kind of the stuff I'm talking about what stupid people do out here in the woods. It's just, we've seen all kinds of crazy shit that people do. Just sometimes people make me sick. But, anyways, that's kind of the stuff I'm talking about. So we're going to do that chair a whole lot better and take it with us, like I said. And not leave it out here for the idiots. Alright, so I finished it. I'm not going to paint or stain the legs. I like it like that. I like it three-toned. We are going to seal it eventually. But that is my table and chair that John made for me. I stained it, but he made it. I taught him how to make it, or what to do, and how I wanted the legs and the back and stuff. I'll get a video of it in the sun here. So there it is in the sun. It looks a little less purple in the sun. And we ran out of gas and oil, so we're not going to be able to make a matching chair. And I really needed a matching chair. But it is what it is, so. And I like that the bark is on it, because later I can get me some air plants and wire them to the bark. And air plants will love it, and orchids, air orchids, and they will take root to the bark and grow and be very, very happy. Very, very, very happy. I really need another chair.